Hey everyone, here we are again for our 30-day, 30 minutes a day self-love bootcamp challenge. So I want to welcome everyone today. I know it's Saturday and you probably have lots of different things that you do on Saturdays. So I really want to thank those who are going to join today. Just knowing how important it is for us to really develop that self-love. To get real strong with that, we need to really have all the power that we can possibly have. As all the different things that are going on in the world, we need to be strong. And our strength comes from the heart. It comes from the inner being to the outer. And so we've been talking a lot about these different things this week, but I'm going to start off today by actually getting into the zone. Okay, so let's talk about the zone for a minute, just so we can all be on the same page. You know, a lot of people are in the zone when they're playing their favorite sport. You're in the zone. You are totally in the present moment. You have nothing else in mind, and it feels good to be in the zone, right? You can be in the zone for riding your bike. You can be in the zone for your yoga. You can be in the zone for singing a song. You can be in the zone for dancing. All of these things put us in a zone, and that zone means that we are focused. We are in the present state of mind, and generally we're enjoying that. Okay, so how can we be in the zone when it comes to our own self-love? That's what we're going to be talking a little bit about today. We left off yesterday talking about the importance of the heart chakra, as we talked about all of the energies in the body. And so today, this is where we're going to focus. I want everybody to put their hands on their heart. Just rub that area just a little bit. Just a little bit. Get it warmed up. And as people are coming on, again, I want to say hello, good afternoon. My name is Karen Day. They call me Dr. D. And my company is the Multicultural International Development Company, and one of the components of that company, and that component is also hosting this particular 30-day, is the We Network, MIDC Women's Empowerment Network. And so we have a big focus on women in this and how we can empower ourselves. We talked a lot about being the matriarchs of our world and calling that back in, and we're certainly going to be able to do that today. So I hope all while I'm talking, you're just rubbing on that heart area and feeling that energy. In fact, rub your hands together a little bit and get some heat in there, yeah? And then rub a little more and put that and place that to your heart. Now, let me tell you something. You know, the mind is generally trained to do the things that we do. Okay, as I said before, it almost operates like a computer. It takes everything in and it gives us the things that we need to be able to respond in this life. And so there's a difference between the mind telling you something and the heart telling you something. From the heart comes your truth, okay? And from the mind is much more mechanical, and it works in that function. And so how can we begin to listen to the heart more, to know more about what we should be doing in our lifetimes? So I'm going to ask my 4-year-old granddaughter, I just have this, I just have enormous blessings when it comes to having family members, my children and my grandchildren. I even have 2 great-grandchildren. And they just are all so wonderful and so very blessed. And so this particular granddaughter of mine, who's 4 years old, her name is Phoenix Autumn Star Grows. Oftentimes we'll do our yoga together. And before we start yoga, we start with a meditation. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I want her to help all of us get into the positions that I would like for us to be in today. So I want you to totally take in a nice deep breath. continue to rub that heart, feel the heart, and get in one of your most comfortable positions, okay? And let me see if I can call Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix, are you busy? Can you come for a minute and demonstrate kind of what we do when we do our yoga? Okay. This is my granddaughter, Phoenix. You say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And you know, Phoenix is so special that I actually saw her teaching her older teenage sisters on how to sit and meditate and to breathe and to get focused on the heart. So I'm going to have you sit in my special chair. Is that okay? And then you know how we fold our legs and then we take our hands on the knees and then we breathe in. So I'm going to tell you when to breathe. Okay. And everyone is going to follow Phoenix. All right. Okay. We're going to do that to start. Okay. And this is, again, just to try to calm the mind and the body before we get to a lot of other activities today. But thank you, Pete, for coming in and showing. Okay. All right. So why don't you take my seat? I'll put you right up here. Okay. And I hope everybody can see it. I want you to sit up straight and push you back. There you go. Now, would you fold your legs for me the way we do? Okay. And where do you rest your hands? Okay. And so she rests her hands because there are also energy points in the palms of the hands and also just under the arch of the foot. Okay. So these are all energy points. So she is going to have her hands on both knees. Okay. And then I'm going to ask her, and babies, they do this very naturally. They breathe very deeply from the belly area, and that means they take in so much more oxygen, and it just, gives a whole fresh supply of air for us to breathe. And the kids, they know it all, right? They know it all already. We're the ones that lose all this information. So I want you're going to take in a nice deep breath in from the tummy, okay? And then I'm going to count 4 for you to breathe in.
Okay.
And then you're going to hold it a minute, and I want you to think all good thoughts, right? Some things that you really like to think about, and then we're going to exhale it out. Remember? Okay. All right. So Phoenix, very slowly, inhale. And then you're going to exhale, not so fast. Inhale slowly. Ready? Inhale. Hold your breath and exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. Hold the breath and exhale. Now, they're already doing this, believe it or not, in classrooms today. Because I teach all the teachers, one of the things that I've added to what I teach is called mindfulness. And so when the kids are just running around, they lose the sense of direction. They need to slow it down, and this really helps them to do that. It also is the starting practice of meditation. So everyone give my beautiful granddaughter a round of applause for coming in here to help, to show, and then we're going to go ahead and take it from there. Okay, if I need you again, can I call you?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you, babe. Okay. See, I told you, she's a sweetie. She's a sweetie. And again, teaching that method, that 4-year-old taught that to her 15 and her 13-year-old sister. And it was so cute the way she did it is because she says, I think we need to sit down and just take a breath and talk about why we're not getting along today. And so she really turned it into a therapy session, which I'm not intending to do today. I'm simply trying to get us to really learn how to tap in and to breathe properly, to be able to be more in touch with ourselves. So yesterday I shared with you the drum that was given to me by Francisco and Flora. And I mentioned that next week when we're doing all of our creative activities, one of my activities is going to be to paint my drum. I don't know what you're going to plan on doing. We'll talk about some of those things that you like to do. And everybody can bring something different. We'll just be having conversation as we're experiencing our creativity, right? So you've been feeling and rubbing on your heart, right? So what I want you to do now that you've established this warmth, love with the heart, you're just really connecting all of self. You're rubbing the heart and you're really connecting and showing appreciation. And so what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to close your eyes for just a minute, and I want you to figure out your heartbeat, okay? I want you to know how your heart is beating at the moment. And it's okay if it's slowing down, because this is an exercise for which it's a calming exercise. It might be fast at first, maybe you're a little bit nervous, who knows. But hand on heart, please close your eyes for a minute and just feel the heartbeat. What does that heartbeat feel like? And so my heartbeat is going thump, 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 right? So I just want to play that. That's my heartbeat. Remember that, because we're going to use the drum when we get into a full, I think today we're going to try to do maybe a 10-minute guided meditation, okay? So just remember that, and I may vary that drum just for the sake that everyone's heart has a different rhythm at times. And so what's the first thing when the doctor comes in and they want to make sure that you're okay? They check your vitals, right? They check to see if you are breathing. So we're talking about the importance of the breath. They check your pulse. They check your heart to see if it is beating, because it is a critical area, again, that allows for blood to circulate throughout the system. And all of the different neurons and electrons and all the things that make up what we are as energy, right, comes from these different organs. So how can we begin to use these organs in some very intentional ways to feel better, to feel stronger, to feel happier, right? This is what this is all about. How can we tune in a little more with that thought? And so here's what we're going to do today. We are going to use, we talked about the first eye, as I call it, and we talked about the first eye being our source of being able to use our imagination to be able to visualize things. And I said that if you can see it, it can be it, okay? So what our meditation today is going to be is that we are going to meditate. First, we'll begin with the breath. Then we'll begin with the heartbeat and just letting go of all thoughts, okay? And then we'll go into the visualization. I want you to hold on to one of the exercises that I gave you over the past week, and that is reuniting with the child in you, okay? And so we had that child over the past couple of days has had the opportunity to go from being a caterpillar into a butterfly, and to be able to just see all the things that are around them and to recognize their particular unique beauty, right? And so that idea, I want you to stay focused on. You are still that beautiful butterfly, and you are still in that childlike form right now, And so you're going to stop and have a chat in the heart. And that chat is going to be between you and that child like you. Okay? And I hope that everybody's able to follow along with me. All you need to do is really just listen to my voice and try to do the things that I'm saying. I'll take it a little slow to explain. But I just wanted to let you know all of the different ingredients that we're going to be able to use today for visualization. And then how do we, now that we stir up all of this self-love and we can visualize things, well, then what do we do with that particular power of being able to have strong and vivid imagination? Right? Okay. So let's first, let's get the child piece going to begin with. So everybody sit comfortable. And I hope that you have taken in a breath, you've listened to your heart, and maybe that's probably where I'm needing to start as well. One of the different kinds of things about doing this particular piece, and this week we're talking about calming the spirit. And in order to calm the spirit, it opens up our whole selves to begin to take in next steps and directions of where we want to go. Again, it's a very empowering technique for all of us. All right. So I think I'm going to have you, if you're sitting, I hope that you're okay and you're comfortable. Get yourselves a little bit comfortable. And we're going to do a couple of little different kinds of exercises because I feel like not everyone may have had this opportunity to experience this. So we talked about our 7 chakras, right? All the way from the root to the crown. We've even mentioned today our energy points on palms of hands as well as the feet. And so I'm going to ask that you, and we know what those colors are, okay? So we're going to begin there at the base of the spine where our root chakra is, which is red. And then we're going to keep moving up. So you're almost going to be imagining a rainbow. And that's your energy. That's your energy. That's your frequencies. Okay? That's in tune with so many different things that we don't realize, and therefore we don't use them. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to ask you to put your hand on one side of the nostril only. Doesn't matter what side of the nostril. Okay? And then I'm going to ask you to place your hand on your stomach. And I'm going to have you inhale through just that nostril that is open. Hold it. And then I want you to exhale through the other nostril. Good. Let's do that one more time. So you're going to inhale through the nostril, holding the tummy to make sure that's where you're drawing the air and you're feeling that air go through the lungs, past the heart and the throat, right? Ready? I just want you to inhale. This is just clearing and calming. So inhale up. And exhale. Now, I just tricked you a little bit. I tricked you because that makes you concentrate. When I tell you, you got to hold one nostril, then you got to hold the other one to exhale and to let it go. You are really thinking about the breath. And that's all I'm really getting to for you to do. Because the mind is going to be going a mile a minute. And I want to talk a little bit about the mind as well, because the mind is doing its job. It's there to protect you. But one of the sorry things is a lot of the things that we've learned in life, they're not always as accurate. But the brain and the subconscious do take all of that in as being the reality. Okay? So what I'm going to have you do now is I am going to ask that you, without the hands on the nose this time, I'm going to ask you to take the nice deep breath. And when you do, I want to see your chest lift. Chest lifts because you're filling it that with air and oxygen. Okay, all of that great air going into the lungs, taking it up, and then you're going to exhale, this time through the mouth. So we are going to inhale through the nose, and for the count of 4, we're going to hold our breath. And when we do, I want you to imagine the little child in you. Just see that little child. What age is she or he? 2, 3, 7, maybe 4, like Phoenix. See yourself right now as that child. Go back into that memory. And in this memory, it's going to be a very happy memory. It's going to be a great occasion for you. All right? So you've got that visualization. So when we hold our breath, you are going to see your child, you as a babe. And then when we exhale, we're going to exhale any stale energy out and away from the body. So you're inhaling up from the soles of your feet, all the way right here to your root chakra, the fire that's coming up, and it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, and you're holding it, and then we'll release to call. So you ready for that? Okay, so I'm going to call for 4. Ready? To inhale for 4. Nice deep breath. Want to see that come up in the chest as well. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close your eyes and see yourself. What is she doing? What is he doing to have fun? There's happiness there. Now I want you to exhale through the mouth all of the stale energy, any energy that you don't need, just exhale it away. Okay? So we're going to do this 3 times. You ready to go? So I want you to now get ready to take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Bring that air all the way up. Keep inhaling, 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 and close your eyes. Hold your breath. See your child. Smile and play with yourself there, because you're a grown-up and you're seeing yourself way back when. So now take that stale energy and exhale it out away from the body. Okay. One more time, and the body should be getting calmer and calmer each time. Okay? So, here we go. Taking a nice deep breath. I'm going to count for you for 4. I want you to hold and imagine for 4. And then I want you to exhale any stale energy away from the body. Any energy that you don't need right now. Just exhale that away from the body. Okay? So here we go. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right there, between the eyes, your first eye right there. Oh my goodness, you are having such a wonderful time with self. I want you as an adult right now to go and to sit by your little self and ask your little self how you're doing as you're exhaling out. Exhale all of that stale energy from around your complete self, the babe, your adulthood, and all of the energy that you are. to exhale that. Okay. Now, your little self has something that they're going to share with you today, but they don't speak in words. The mind talks to us in words, and yes, it gives us pictures and it gives us a lot of things, but the heart talks from almost like it's another language. The language of the heart, the language of love, and the language of happiness is a feeling. It feels, right? So you are going to see some things, but I want you to focus on what you're feeling when you're seeing things, because we're going to combine the visualization as well. So again, here's one thing I do want to tell you, is that you're, and this is something hard to do. These are things you're going to have to practice. And just like you get good at anything, you get good at things because you practice them. Okay? So this is practice. All right? Okay. So what I want you to know is that, or at least to imagine, is that your mind is saying a lot of things right now. It's like, oh, this is dumb. I don't have time. I should be doing something else. You know, I don't have time for myself. I've got other things I've got to do. That mind is going to tell you all kinds of different things to keep you from being focused on what it is that we're doing right now. And you know what? Let the mind talk. Let the mind will talk. It's kind of like sometimes when our little children, they're talking away, but where our minds are on something else and we're going, yeah, we see you, we hear you, we got you, right? So let your mind be that little talk as it does, but you just observe it and move on to what we're doing right now, okay? All right, so what I want you to do, hand on heart, and I'm going to go to the drum a little bit, and I want you to breathe the way that we were breathing, but with hand on heart. You're feeling the pulse, and I want you to have a conversation with yourself, with that baby self, that self that has not had any touch of, we talked about socialization, hasn't had any of that. So you're going to re-nurture and rebuild that love for you with this very small child of yours, who is you, okay? All right. You use that key to unlock that first door in the heart. You're breathing and you're excited because you get a chance to talk with self. So there's one more key. You take that key, you unlock that door, and then there she is. There he is. And he knows the secrets of the universe. She knows the secrets of the universe. And over the next few weeks, she or he is going to be telling you all these magnificent, wonderful things to make you even greater. So you sit by self and you grab their hand. You look eye to eye. And what do we say? Because it's time for us to end. I want you to say your name 3 times. And each time you're looking into the eye of that childlike self. And you're saying how much you love them. Okay? Your full name. You ready to go? Karen, Bernadette, Cardoza, McLean, Dade. I love you. I love you. And you look so beautiful today. Thank you for being with me. Karen, Bernadette, Cardoza, McLean, Dade. I love you. I love you, little girl. Thank you for being there for me. Karen, Bernadette, Cardoza, McLean, Dade. I love you, and I can't wait to get to know you better. Looking forward to tomorrow's Q&A, and I want you to ask any question that you want. It's going to be all about you asking questions. Feel good today. Treat yourselves good. I love you, and thank you for joining.